Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to make a video about Kanye West, like an update video, because things have settled down a little bit, right? There isn't all this huge Kanye news just blasting you, and then I feel like there's maybe a little bit of time to reflect on what happened and what could happen moving forward, and if it's even possible for Kanye to ever redeem himself, redeem his name, redeem his reputation. A lot of you probably say there's little to no chance, but let's speculate anyway, just for the sake of it. But before we get into the video, I want to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, and that is Raid Shadow Legends. Guys, I'm super excited to be partnering with Raid Shadow Legends again because I've been playing Raid for over 3 years now. May of 2019, I'm almost maxed out. I'm at 98, and I've been really enjoying the game, and they've just been introducing so much content over these past few years. It's insane. So I want to talk about my two favorite places in the game. It's the clan boss, which I'll mention a little bit more later because I want you to join my clan. But the Doom Tower is the main showcase. They dropped this last year, and it has been unanimously the best content that they put in the game. You just traverse the tower, and you get a bunch of swag, you get a bunch of unique gear, and champions that are only exclusive to the Doom Tower. And Raid's doing something really cool right now. They're partnering with Ronda Rousey. You guys know her from the UFC, former UFC champion. She's a WWE wrestler, and you can get her as a champion if you log into Raid for 7 days before February 20th. That gives you plenty of time. She's a great champion. She smacks extremely hard. She's available for all players, new and old. And use promo code RAIDRONDA to get some extra swag to help you along the way. And guys, I mentioned the clan boss earlier. I want you guys to join my clan. We're a pretty decent clan. We've won 28 clan versus clan tournaments. We're doing pretty well, but I want to take it to the next level. I want to max out my clan, so I need more people to join, new players and old. Go download Raid Shadow Legends, and if you're new, click the link in the description or scan the QR code, and you will get free stuff worth 30 bucks. You're gonna get a bunch of swag, and you're gonna get Vergus, an epic champion who is a hard carry in a lot of dungeons. And on Doom Tower, I still use him in Doom Tower. All this treasure will be waiting for you here in the end box. It'll be available for 30 days for new players only. Thank you, Raid, for sponsoring this video. And guys, don't forget to join my clan. I'm dead serious. Join it.
Supreme victory.
So it's been a few weeks since all of this Ye drama has gone down. And the thing is, it's really interesting reflecting on how he got here, how we got here, because it's funny how this person has really affected everybody, and it's just in the zeitgeist. It's actually pretty incredible, right? But at the same time, it makes sense. Kanye is one of the most famous people. Like, he's obviously one of the most famous musicians, but he's one of the most famous people. So of course he's gonna affect a lot of people, and everybody kind of keeps going further and further and further back. Like, people are saying, oh, it was when his mother died. When Donda died, that's where things just came crashing down. But then people kind of go more recent and say, no, it was when him and Kim Kardashian got divorced. But I don't know, man. I kind of feel like, honestly, when I'm really studying what has happened recently, because even back, when his mom died a while ago, and Kim and them got divorced a little while ago, he was doing some wild stuff, obviously. He was on the campaign trail trying to do some weird stuff. But people still largely forgave him, especially he was doing his whole religious thing. I mean, he's still doing it. But he was also doing that whole, like, Sunday service thing, just doing all these huge shows. And so people were still rocking with him. And then it was truly when it seemed like when he started hanging out with Candace Owens. I feel like making another video on Candace Owens in the future, just kind of going, just really detailing how much she influenced him and how much I think that she ruined his reputation, because a lot of the stuff that he's been regurgitating is stuff that Candace was regurgitating, and Candace just regurgitates a bunch of, very just right extreme talking points. I don't think she believes any of this stuff. I've talked about Candace Owens a lot, especially back in the day when y'all found out about her and what she's doing, and we're like, oh, what a charlatan. But I digress on that. So I see that as really the catalyst, truly the catalyst. Like, yeah, all the other stuff, Kanye couldn't have gotten here without all the other stuff, the divorce and his mother dying and stuff like that. But truly, I feel like his reputation would have been okay if he wasn't hanging out with, because like, look at the White Lives Matter shirts and all the stuff that was going on that led to his campaign trail, right? Going on all these podcasts and saying all the wild stuff, like his admiration for Adolf and just loving it. It's just like, it's so wild even repeating it when you think about it. Like, I can't believe we're here. This is something that we experienced, right? So what has happened recently? Not too much. So a lot of people kind of skipped over when Kanye went and talked to Gavin McInnes. You guys remember Gavin? He started, I think he was like one of the co-creators or founders of Vice. I may have gotten that information wrong, but I know for sure that he started the Proud Boys, which splintered into just a disaster of a group, organization, whatever you want to call it. Kanye talked to him, and it was underwhelming, particularly because if you're going to do a press tour of like controversial people, you go on Alex Jones last. You don't start with Alex Jones. Alex Jones is the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme. That's the swan song. So we already did the swan song, and then he's just going to try to do other things, and it's like, bro, people aren't going to be as interested anymore. You said the wildest stuff already, so it's going to be hard to pay attention now. So he went on that, and then he was supposed to go on a Twitch stream with this guy named Aiden Ross. Now, I've heard him so many times, and I've seen him a little bit, but I still don't really know much about him. I do know that, and I didn't know this at first, because I saw this picture circulating around of Andrew Tate with his robe, and then this boy just sitting in awe and admiration, like just getting ready to get pounded by Tate. And I was like, what is this? This is the gayest thing I've ever seen. And apparently that was Aiden Ross. And I'm like, oh, okay, because Aiden is actually a huge fan of Andrew Tate and admires him and stuff like that. It's weird. It's weird. It's worshiping people is so weird. So Aiden Ross was going to do the stream with Ye. Didn't happen. Ultimately got enough pushback to be like, this isn't right. After all the stuff that he said on Tim Pool, and particularly on Alex Jones's show, he was like, I can't do it anymore. And some people are like, oh, congratulations for doing the absolute bare minimum. Because a lot of people are mad at a lot of these other podcasters. They're mad at Lex Friedman. They're mad at Tim Pool. They're mad at Alex Jones. But, you know, they expect Alex Jones to do whatever. But, like, just continuously giving him a platform to say this wild and wacky stuff that is legitimately harming people. I mean, you know, there's people that agree with these messages, and it's breathing life into these crazy-ass fringe hate groups, right? And so, I don't know, man. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild to see people, like, just so excited to talk to him and stuff, and just platform his insanity. But okay, now let's get to the point about, can Kanye recover? This is something I feel like most people would say no. At this point, no. Like, it's just not gonna happen. It just can't happen. I pretty much agree for the most part. I feel like if he never went on Alex Jones and went on that whole tirade, I feel like there was still a chance. But now it's like, damn, I don't know how he could possibly come back from that. And I don't even mean that in, like, say, a fan way, because just like I was talking about with worshiping people, there's people that still worship Kanye. There's people that still rock with him. They don't care what he's saying. They're still like, this guy is still the GOAT of this. Oh, 808s and Heartbreak changed my life, you know? Without that, there wouldn't be all this new trap wave and all this new pop rap that's going on. So there's people that are still just going to mess with him no matter what, which is, you know, if that's your prerogative, okay. But it's more of the people that are in the media, people that are in the entertainment industry that by default, I feel like the stuff that he was saying on Alex Jones's podcast or his live stream or whatever, they can't ever take him back. He went way too far to the point where they can't do it. And Hollywood and a lot of in the entertainment industry is very forgiving They are so insanely forgiving. I mean, Roman Polanski, Weinstein, like, I don't need to name drop all this stuff, but it took so long for anything to happen to, like, some of these really evil people that were doing really messed up stuff. People heard whispers and they knew all this stuff behind the scenes, but everybody wanted to keep their jobs, right? So it takes a lot to be really shunned from the entertainment industry or to become a pariah. And I feel like Kanye has gone too far to the point where it's like, even if somebody did forgive him, I still don't think that they can give him a platform. And I think it's to that point. It would be so insanely hard for him to come back. The only way he would have to, like, obviously get back on his medication, right? Get some clarity, truly realize what he's been doing is wrong. Like, he definitely went down the wrong path. Vehemently apologize, and like a real apology, not some campaign tour where people just pretend to like don't do the Liver King thing, right? The Liver King thing's like, oh, I got caught, let me turn this into an apology tour, but also as an opportunity not to rehabilitate myself, but to, you know, keep milking the audience as much as possible before I fade into obscurity. Yeah, he's not going to fade into obscurity. He's always going to be talked about in some way. So he would have the huge apology tour, and it would take years. It would take years, man. And then obviously he would have to do some stuff that looks like charity type things. He would have to, just by default, like, show that you're willing to learn and, you know, actually truly learn about these events, the Holocaust and things that have happened, Jewish persecution, just all this stuff, man. People would need to learn. He would need to actually truly learn about this and maybe prove that he truly understands now and he's not just BSing or whatever. I don't know if I ever see that happening. I think Kanye's ego is a little bit too big for that, but I don't know, man. Like I've said in some other videos, that it sucks. It does suck, man. Like, I was never the biggest Kanye fan, but I've definitely there's a lot of his music that I truly enjoy, right? I'm just like, damn, this happened. But I don't know. I'm curious to see what the comment section. Anyone who's watching this video, thank you for watching this, by the way. Do you think there is a path for redemption for Ye? Do you think it's... it's so hard. Like I said before, just to reiterate real quick, I think a lot of people will forgive him. They would, if he was asking for it. If he truly was asking for forgiveness, I think there's a lot of people that would do it. I just don't think, like, he could really be invited to anything music-wise. I don't think there's anyone who can truly work with him other than, like, say, these scum of the earth that just want to siphon money from him. Like, the people that are already podcasting with him and all that stuff. These people that are just, you know, clout chasing. Like, I would want to talk to Ye legitimately. Like, I don't need it to be broadcasted. But maybe he'd be like, oh, I'm not going to talk to you unless... He seems like the type of person to be like, I'm not going to talk to you unless it's broadcasted. But I would love to just be a fly on the wall, at the very least. But I would love to actually truly talk to him. Which I made an attempt, but it was a very small attempt. But I couldn't get a hold of him because it's Ye. He's one of the biggest people in the world. But I did try because I just wanted to truly see what's going on behind the scenes. Because I do believe that he's saying all this stuff not just to be provocative, but at the same time, I'm just like, he must be self-aware. Like, he was self-aware enough when he said, oh, I'm gonna get banned from Twitter because Fuentes keeps tweeting on my behalf. Like, my only platform is gonna be Truth Social or whatever. So he was aware enough about that. So he must be aware enough. Like, I will say this one thing about Gavin. When Gavin McInnes, the interview was interesting, and one thing he did say is that, like, don't you think this is going to destroy your political campaign? And Kanye very gleefully, very, very confidently said, no, I think this is going to help my campaign. And then I'm just like, oh, well, shit. Maybe he isn't self-aware. I don't know. Anyway, guys, definitely let me know. Can he come back from this? Do you think he can come back from this? I'm interested to hear some perspectives and maybe some things that I missed. I'll tell you right now, I'm not interested to hear that Kanye speaking facts. I'm just not. I feel like there was a lot of tweets and a lot of people and a lot of people on the right, particularly, that were defending him a couple of months ago, and I hope they're all off the train at this point. Well, I'm sure racists aren't off the train, but barring that, everybody else, I hope that you've wised up and you came to your senses that he's clearly not speaking sense, and he's not. And he's not some like, oh, he's just a social pariah because he's speaking the truth against the system. I'm like, no, here's a dude that has admiration for Nazis. I think we're past all that, aren't we? But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Share it to a Kanye hater or a Kanye fan. You know, both of them might like it and interact with it and engage. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.